So the official Cyberpunk 2077 account tweeted just about 2 hours ago that players have spent a total of 600 million hours in the game so far, and that equals almost 70,000 years. It's out of control. The game is really successful. And looking at a tweet like this, I just forget how terrible the launch was, right? All these PS4 players, I think they're still waiting for the game to pop up in their shop. It still hasn't been fixed. But 600 million hours! I'd love to know how many hours of the 600 million were actually just useless because glitches were stopping people from playing and they had to reload. And that would be an interesting statistic, right? How many glitches actually stop people from playing? But I don't think we're going to get that because obviously CD Projekt Red wants to do damage limitation. They want to make themselves look good. It's all going really well. You can see that, for example, in the bonuses that Cyberpunk CD Projekt Red CEOs got. I'll link all these articles down in the description, so it's going well, right? The game generated money. Why shouldn't the CEOs get a lot of it? Seems just fair. It's not that they ruined the holiday season for a lot of people. So looking at these amazing stats that are presented to us by the Cyberpunk account, I thought, wow, they must have crazy numbers of players to achieve those statistics. Let's take a look at Steam stats. Cyberpunk 2077, the last 6 months look like that. Yeah, that's not looking good. It's not even 6 months. January 2021, we were at 225,670 players. And right now, peak time, we are at around 13,000. Well, let me check. I don't want to lie. We are at 14,000, okay? So we had 14 a few days ago. Today it's just 10, so it is in decline. You can see the numbers down here. It's not looking good. People are running away. And the first thing I asked myself when I saw that was, is the multiplayer still going to come out? I know there was some news a while ago that the multiplayer had been scrapped, and there have been articles floating around saying that, but now we've learned that Cyberpunk 2077 can still live up to what it promised, at least according to CD Projekt CEO. So in this article on TechRadar, they're basically breaking down how CD Projekt CEO Adam Kicinski says they are fully committed to the game and they're gonna eventually deliver a game that lives up to what they promised. We're just not gonna have the separate multiplayer. I know that was promised. We're not gonna do that, but we came up with something much better than the separate multiplayer standalone game that everybody wanted. For those hoping for more Cyberpunk 2077 content, you might be out of luck. The developers' DLC plans have been quietly pushed to one side and we're now unlikely to see the promised standalone Cyberpunk multiplayer game. We aren't 100% sure if all of the plans have been scrapped, but when it's finally done fixing the game, CD Projekt Red may be keen to put the Cyberpunk world far behind it. And in this article, also on TechRadar, titled Cyberpunk 2077's multiplayer game has been cancelled, released in late March this year, it basically says that they are now trying to integrate some kind of online element into the game itself, rather than releasing a standalone separate online game. So the online mod has not been really scrapped, so to say, it's just been amended and changed and probably scaled down quite a bit. And they're obviously not giving us any details when that comes out or if it really ever comes out, but that's their current plan. Also, the game just got a new director. Just 5 days ago, the previous director for Cyberpunk 2077, Adam Budowski, has stepped down and has been replaced by Gabriel Amatangelo. Why do these people have so difficult names, honestly, man? Gabriel Amatangelo. That is a spectacular name. Gabriel Amatangelo. And now I want to see him. Let's take a look at Gabriel Amatangelo. I'm not sure he lives up to the spectacularness of his name. But anyway, he is the new director of the game. And I think that also signals that there is still stuff happening behind the scenes. They're appointing a new director. They're working on the game. They're doing something. However, the question is, to what extent is that just pleasing the fans? Because they know there are some fans out there, about 15,000 who still play the game. I'm exaggerating. It's a few more. But anyway, it's not that many. But there are fans out there and they expect something. CD Projekt Red can't just say, all right, guys, we messed it up. There's no real need for all the upgrades because there's no audience. People are disappointed. They don't want to talk about or hear about Cyberpunk at the moment. They still have a sour taste in their mouth from the launch. So let's just move on. That would leave a lot of people very disgruntled. So instead, it looks to me, that's my interpretation of this, that they are saying, you know, yeah, here's a roadmap, because they also just released this roadmap, which is quite poor, right? There's not a lot of key steps there that seem to deliver on what they originally promised. So it feels much more like they're pleasing the existing fans with something instead of really dedicating. I mean, he says they're dedicating to the game now and they're going to deliver everything that was promised and make the game worth it. But to be honest, looking at this in the bigger picture and looking at this really rough roadmap they released, it doesn't really look good. It doesn't look like they are doing the Hello Games thing, basically with No Man's Sky, where they turned it around and they just pulled back in their cocoon, worked very, very hard and made it a game that's worth it. Maybe they're doing this. I don't want to speculate too much. It's possible that they took the lesson from Hello Games really, and that they're going back now with a very vague roadmap, and it gets quiet, there are a few updates, and then in 3 years they say, guys, we've been working on a definite edition of the game, all the glitches are fixed, it now runs perfectly on all the consoles, plus multiplayer, you get it for free if you previously owned the game, and everyone gets very excited. I don't know, would you be excited about that? If they come out in 2-3 years and say, here's the definitive edition, you get it for free with your previous game, it has multiplayer now, would you go back to it? Would you be interested? Would you ask your friends to install the game? And hey, it has multiplayer now, guys, we should... To be honest, I'm not sure. The chapter Cyberpunk, for me, I would say has been closed. I enjoyed the game on PC, it was fun, it was, not very glitchy for me. It wasn't a groundbreaking masterpiece, but it was probably my game of the last year. I had a lot of fun with it, but the chapter is closed. I don't want to play it anymore. I deleted the game. I might change my mind in a few years, and at the moment I have no need to bring it back in any form. Even if they would release a multiplayer next week, I don't think I really would look at it now. So what are your guys' thoughts on this? Leave that down in the comment section below. I just thought it's kind of interesting to take a look at where Cyberpunk is at the moment, considering what a big epic event it was pre-launch and where we are now. It's an interesting story, so I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, smash the like button, that helps the channel. You can subscribe for more videos, hit the bells to be notified when I release a new video. I hope to see you in another one. Take care of yourself, and I'm out. Bye.